I don't know why this is so hard. We keep messing this up.
You got it.
Okay. All right, so we're live now. I'll start over. We're having some sound issues. Can you hear me out there? Give us a yes, thumbs up, something. Let us know that we're going okay. Greetings from the Game Table Cafe. This is Tom. We normally meet on Friday nights to talk to some of the local gamers about what makes them tick, the games they like, and just to get to know the local community. Tonight we're going to do something a little different. It's just me tonight. We're going to go over some of the frequently asked questions that we've got over the last couple of weeks. What are our hours? How are we doing things? What can we do? How can you help you? I've got a lot of people that have asked me to do things like Kickstarters or whatever. And so I just want to kind of clear the air on all that and let you guys know what's going on and how you can support us. But first, I wanted to go over some good news. So we have certainly been feeling the strain along with all of you. The uncertainty of the situation. I know I frequently check the Pennsylvania State Health Department website to see what's going on, make sure that we can still be in business legally. And so there's a lot of things going on in a lot of people's lives. But I wanted to give you some good news, some things that kind of put a smile on your face. And so the first story that I want to talk about is, again, good news. You can now see the Himalayan mountaintops from India. Apparently because the practice of social distancing and the people there in India are good examples of that. Nobody's driving, nobody's going out and doing stuff. And so air pollution has plummeted in the last 3 weeks. So for the first time in over 30 years, you can actually see the peaks of the mountains of the Himalayas on the Indian side. So I think that's good news. So I was thinking, how can I segue that good news into a board game story? Well, I thought of the game High Risk. High Risk is a great little game. I'd call it a filler or a warm-up game. Push your luck. You are in charge of a group of mountain climbers trying to get to the peak faster than the other players. And it's a push your luck game for 2 to 4 players. Plays in about 10 or 15 minutes. Really easy for anybody 8 and up can pick up on it. Great game. Super simple to learn. Plays really quickly. Highly recommend the game High Risk. You can chart your own course to the top of the Himalayas. The next story, I think, is good news. And after 13 years in captivity, some giant pandas have mated. This has been a big problem for many years. They were hoping to be able to repopulate the species. But because of COVID-19, because the zoo closures, they've been closed now for several weeks, they're actually starting to see the giant pandas begin to mate again. So that's good news. So I was thinking, what would be a good game to tie in with giant pandas? Well, the best giant panda game I know of is Takenoko. Love this game. Basically, I call it a contract fulfillment game. At the beginning of the game, you have some contracts to fulfill. You either move the farmer or you move the panda around the board. You're trying to either cultivate plots of land to grow bamboo, or if your contracts are as the panda to eat up a bunch of bamboo, there's that yin and yang, give and take of a great little game. The thing that I like about it for 2 to 4 players, plays in about 45 minutes. What I really like about it is there's no dice rolling. Nothing wrong with dice rolling, but in terms of the context of this game, it's all about the actions that you do. The only luck element are when you get new contracts, the cards that you draw, and the tiles that you draw if you decide to cultivate a new plot of land. So great game, love this game, great family game, 8 and up, so anybody can play. The last bit of good news that I want to cover tonight, the New England Patriots sent their team aircraft to China to pick up 1.2 million medical masks for the hospitals in New York City. Great effort on the part of the New England Patriots to support what's going on down there in New York City and the large number of people who are struggling with the COVID-19 virus. So kudos to the New England Patriots for the use of their aircraft. And so I was thinking, what could I tie in? What's the game that I've played that I've liked that reminds me of New York City? Well, I would have to say the game Manhattan. A 1994 Spiel des Jahres winner, Game of the Year, International Game of the Year winner. It's just recently been republished about 2 years ago. Good quality components. In this game, what you do is you try and build the biggest high-rise. A little bit of push your luck, a little bit of do I continue to build what I'm building on, or do I try and take control of somebody else's building and construction? Plays in about 60 minutes. Again, 8 and up, so the rules are not overly complex. Great little game. Highly recommend Manhattan. All right, so now on to the good news about the Game Table Cafe and try and answer some of the questions that you've thrown at me over the last 2 weeks. Hopefully we will be able to answer some of these. If nothing else, we'll be able to point people to this video to get a quick update. And oh, by the way, if any of you have questions of me, over the next half hour or so, please go ahead and put a little comment there in the YouTube channel. Happy to field any questions that you've got while we're live here. So, we are indeed open. I check this just about every day to make sure that we're still legal. As a food establishment, we're considered essential. So we're open from 11 to 7 for takeout only. You can certainly call in. Go ahead and call in your order. We'll have it ready for you when you get here. Or, thanks to Julia, one of our great employees, she's spun up through our Square system an online ordering system, and we've posted that on our Facebook page. You can just go ahead, our menu's there, you can pay for it right there. We're slowly populating it with other things like gift certificates, game passes, and eventually we'll have some magic or some products there to include magic and whatnot. So you can go ahead and check into that. Again, you can only pick that stuff up if you're coming in a takeout situation. So go ahead and think about ordering some food along with those games. Game rentals. So we're renting our games to try and provide to the community something to do during your stay-at-home order or your self-isolation. All of our games in our library are available to you. Where you can rent up to 3 games at a time. We just take a deposit, you pay a small fee, bring it back in 48 hours, and we wipe all the games down with sanitizer and make sure that they're clean and complete whenever people bring them back. So yes, we're open for food orders and we're available for game rentals. But that's not everything that we've got going on. We've got a lot of online gaming activity happening. So what you see there is both the broadcast schedule and our Discord gaming schedule. On the left-hand side are our broadcasts. So what we're trying to do on Discord, and thanks to Jillian, another one of our great employees who spun this up for us very quickly. The Discord server is a great place to meet. And so a lot of our D&D games and role-playing games have moved over to the Discord channel. They're using the voice chat option. We've uploaded the Discord channel with a bunch of bots that do things like dice rolling. You can even incorporate, if you've made a character using D&D Beyond, you can incorporate all the stats from that character sheet, and it will include them automatically. So if my character's name is Avery, and I say Avery attacks, whatever's on that character sheet, the weapon, skills, etc., includes all of that in the automatic roll of the dice. And so we've got probably close to about 9 or 10 D&D groups going on throughout the week. Some are looking for players, so if you're interested, feel free to go ahead and join any of those. Contact us. Just put @Bill or @Tom or @Game Table Cafe on your post in the Discord server, and we'll take care of that. Sorry about my voice. I've got some allergy issues going on. So also on the Discord server, we've got Magic. In fact, right now we've got our Direct Challenge, our Friday Night Direct Challenge event going on. If you play Magic, Magic Arena is an online version of Magic. It's got the virtual cards. What we do is we pair people up here on our Discord channel, and we go ahead and run 3-round tournaments of Magic using Magic Arena as the primary means by which people are playing the game. Wizards of the Coast has been generous, and they've provided some codes for things like virtual sleeves in the game, and a few other things that we're going to reveal to the Magic community here probably in the next week or so. We also have a couple of virtual tabletop meetups. Several of you out there have approached me and say, hey, I like to play on Tabletop Simulator, or I like to play on Tabletopia, or I like to play on, I forget what the third one is, but there's 3 different, Board Game Arena. There's 3 different virtual tabletops out there where people can upload games, Scythe or Power Grid or whatever, and play them virtually, over a particular server. And they use our Discord server, number 1, to meet up, figure out what they're going to play, and number 2, use the voice chat on the Discord server to talk as they play the game. The feedback that we've been getting, especially along those lines, is how good it is to hear familiar voices, how fun it is to actually, quote unquote, sit down and play a game with somebody. And so I highly encourage, if you haven't joined in one of our virtual tabletop meetups, go ahead and look into that. We're posting those on Facebooks. We're posting those on our Discord server. And you can see that they're usually Wednesday nights, Friday nights, and then on Saturday afternoons. We've had a little bit of trouble getting the momentum we like. Sometimes people will show up there and there's nobody else there. And so anybody who's willing to help out on any of those particular nights, we're certainly willing to enlist you volunteer. Table. Last night we did Flashpoint. Flashpoint, great little cooperative game. We had a lot of fun playing that. And then on Saturday, what's the game we got on Saturday?
This Saturday we're doing Forbidden Desert.
Forbidden Desert this Saturday. So go ahead and tune in Saturday afternoon around 2 o'clock. You'll see a couple of people you'll probably know if you frequent the cafe enough. Playing through a game of Forbidden Desert. And then finally, we've got the table talk on Fridays, where we meet some of the locals, get to know some members of the community, what makes them play games and the games they like. And then on Sunday afternoons, I host a DM chat, sitting down with some of the local dungeon masters or game masters, hearing out how they pull it together, what makes them want to game master versus play in a role-playing game. And along those lines, this Sunday we're closed in honor of Easter Sunday, so we won't be doing our DM chat this Sunday, but the following Sunday we'll be back up and running as usual. So why am I doing all this? I've been asked several times, hey Tom, looks like you're doing a lot of work and it's not bringing money into the cafe. Well, I guess that's perhaps true. But a couple of things that if you don't know me, the things that make me tick a little bit. Many of our customers either live alone or they live with people who are not interested in gaming. So the first thing that came to my mind when we started having people off work and many people having to self-isolate or stay at home, I thought, well, how do we reach our community? What can we give them to help them deal with staying at home alone or with people who don't share their passion for gaming? So that's where things like the Discord channel popped up. And immediately we were flooded with people, dungeon masters, and people who wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons. And we've got some new game systems that are starting to pop up there. People have been showing interest in running some other things other than D&D, and we're certainly welcome to host any of those types of games. But it's good to see friendly faces. It's good to hear friendly voices. It's good to engage with people even in this type of environment. And so we're trying to give back to the community during this time to provide a means of entertainment, really, and to provide a way that people can continue to connect even though they're staying safe and staying home. And so that's why we're doing it. If you really want to support us, then get involved in hosting games or get involved in playing with us on one of our live plays or join us on one of our table talk sessions on a Friday. Join the Discord server and pop in during one of those tabletop board game meetups that we have. Host a game through Tabletop Simulator or one of those. And then give us your feedback. What would you like us to do? If you don't like what we're doing, let us know. We'll change it. We're here for you. We want to give you something that helps support the community and help support the hobby. And so that's why, reason number one, why we're doing this. Reason number two, well, yeah, we knew our sales were going to be way down during this time. It was inevitable. We do get a lot of you that come in, and thank you for coming in and ordering takeout, especially those of you that tried our new online ordering system this week. That was great. Some of you were kind of our beta testers on that, and that was wonderful. So thank you for all that support on that. Continue to support us that way. I think somebody asked, can we order games? Not yet. We haven't got our retail inventory in there. We got our food in there, and we have a few other things like gift certificates on there that you can buy. But we haven't imported all of our retail games. If you are interested in ordering a game through us, the best thing to do is to either contact us through Facebook or call in, and we're happy to tell you what games that we have. We're happy to let you know if we have them in stock. I will say, though, that of all of our distributors, there's only one that's up and running. All the rest have shut all their warehouses down. So supply is limited for just about everything at this time. So reason number one we do this is we wanted to stay engaged with our customers. The reason number two that we wanted to do this, yes, our sales were down, but I wanted to make sure that our employees remained engaged. I made a commitment to our employees that we would continue to pay them as long as we could. And so I wanted to give them some productive work to do with not a lot of sandwich orders coming in or drink orders coming in. So we spun up, again, the Discord channel. And we've got somebody who's managing that full time for us. We spun up this broadcasting system here, which was a lot of work, steep learning curve. Thanks to Bill and John and everybody who is pulling this thing together for us. We're still a little clunky. We're still making it work. We're still learning a lot. Your feedback is great. But we're doing this to do productive work, to continue to pay everybody here on the game table staff as long as I can. We're doing okay. We're not anywhere near closing the doors for any reason. So thank you for all of your support. I know many of you have purchased 5 passes, 10 passes. Some of you renewed your annual memberships early. Some of you have purchased generous amounts on gift certificates. So thank you for all of that. Again, give us your feedback on all this other stuff that we're doing. Listen to our broadcasts. Let us know that we're doing it the right way. Let us know that we're giving you something that's of value to you. And if we're not, let us know, because we'll certainly try and do better. So those are the two reasons why we're doing this. Yes, it doesn't bring any immediate money into the cafe, but yes, it stays engaged with our community, which is priority number one. And priority number two is it gives us good, productive work to do for all of us to be engaged. So finally, just to kind of wrap up tonight's tabletop, and I do want to remind you, if you've got questions, I'm happy to answer them. Three ideas I want you to keep in mind in terms of how you can support us. Play with us online. Jump in on the Discord channel during one of our tabletop meetups and host a game or participate in a game that's there. Volunteer to join one of our Play Live events every Thursday and Saturday. We usually are soliciting on Discord throughout the week to try and get the players that we need to pull these games off. So volunteer to be one of those. It's pretty easy. You just need to know the rules ahead of time, because they're not learn to play videos. But you can watch a YouTube video in your own time and get spun up on that fairly easily. We're not doing super complicated games. We're trying to keep it light and easy going. So play with us. The second thing you can do is order. Order food, order gift certificates, call in and order a game. We'll tell you if we got it. So play, order, and then finally stay connected. Again, we're doing all of this extra work here to really try and stay connected with you guys. We're doing the best we can in terms of advertising this on Facebook, on Discord. Some of you have probably been pummeled with some personal messages through Facebook from me to, hey, join us for this or join us for that. I'm trying to get the word out that we're here for the community. And even if you don't personally want to participate in any of those things, that's fine. Just let other people know what we're doing and why we're doing it. We're here for you during this time. We stay open as much as we can, and we're continuing to engage with everybody. So with that, I got a question here. Gift certificates on the online system. Yes, we do have gift certificates on the online system. You can order it and pay for it right there online. And then what we do is we keep it in an envelope here for you. And so you can either come in and pick it up when you're coming in to pick up a food order, or we'll just hold it for you until the COVID-19 crisis is over, and it'll be here for you. I want to shout out to Meeple Majesty, a great little playmat company that's local. Looked them up online. They made a very generous purchase of gift certificates early on to support us, and so thank you Meeple Majesty for that support. Anyways, that's all we've got for tonight. Again, we'll see you next Friday with our next game talk, and hopefully it'll be more than just me here. And we'll get to know some of our other frequent guests here at the Game Table Cafe. That's all for tonight. Thanks, everybody.